We're taking you inside the classroom here. This brings back some memories, right? So a lot of parents may experience this. Your kid comes home from school, you're trying to connect with them, you ask about their day, they give you a one-word answer or no answer at all. But what if there's a better way to talk to your student about their school day? Joining me now is certified parenting coach Erika Sóuter with some tips and some tricks to getting you and your kids to open up and connect a little bit more. Erika, it's always great to see you. So we mapped out that scenario there. It's like, how was your day? And they go, good. And then you're trying to figure out where to go from there. So what's a better way to start that conversation?
Well, parents should think about asking open-ended questions, imaginative prompts that really get the kids to kind of open up and think about their day. And there are four main areas that I like parents to target. It's about their day, big feelings, imagination and reflection, and their social connections.
Excellent. And so sometimes kids they'll have a hard day, maybe trouble opening up. So how can parents talk about those feelings that you were mentioning there, especially with teenagers who tend to be a little bit more closed off?
Oh, teenagers are very tough, but so are 4- and 5-year-olds. Like, they're starting school, it's an overwhelming experience. So you want to ask them questions, the little ones, questions like, what was the best thing that happened today? Who did you play with at recess? Or did anything surprise you? And if you have older kids, you might want to ask something like, what's something that made you laugh today? To kind of get them thinking about their day. And you want to make sure you don't do this kind of as a grilling, interrogation. You want to ask it maybe at dinner time while you're cooking dinner, or for the littles. I love doing these questions at bedtime.
That's such a great way to think about it too. And one thing you noted earlier, you said invite reflection and imagination. So how is there a way that you can approach that?
Right. So when you have a little kid who doesn't really have the vocabulary to express everything they feel, I love giving them a color choice. So you can say, if today was a color, what would your color be? And if they say something like, oh, it was a pink day, and you know that their favorite color is pink, they had a good day. Or if you say, oh, it was like a gray day, then you know that they maybe had a tough day. And you can also try something with their stuffed animal. This is really cute. If your stuffed animal went to school, what would they say about your day?
And sometimes it can feel like a fruitless task having these conversations or like pulling teeth, right? You're asking these questions, you're not getting any answers, but you say it's important for parents to keep trying. Would you just describe for us like why that connection is so important, this conversation about just an average school day even?
Well, the earlier you start probing about how they feel, the better your connection will be with them, and the more it will help them develop their expressive language. You can ask something like, did anything make you feel sad or mad today? Or what do you do when someone isn't nice? Now, these are questions that help you build on the conversation and it helps them learn how to handle their big feelings. The same thing goes for teens. You don't ask the exact same questions, but you can say something like, was there a moment today that surprised you in a good or bad way? Or who did you talk to the most? Or what did you talk about? Now, these things, of course, they get the conversation started. And then if something's wrong, you don't want to necessarily jump in and fix it, right? You want to ask them, oh, well, would you like advice from me? Or how can mom or dad help you fix this? Or what do you think you can do to make things differently tomorrow?
I'm literally like writing down these questions here. I've got 2 middle school girls, so it's like I need a whole list. If some of them fail, some go-tos. Erika, we always appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.